This is a message for parents who don't have.
Mo kára lé mo kérò ọ̀nà mo kọ́kùnrin mo kóbìnrin mo kọ́ ọmọdé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí lórí ètò láwa ètò wa ètò yín ètò kan náà ti bu àmọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with Meettheroyals. Àmọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa ètò yìí kó tó di pé aṣọ òkòwò ṣé rí pé ẹ kájúbà ọba kọ́dá ayé ọba ṣẹ̀dá ọ̀run ọba àná ọba ẹ̀ní ọba títa ayérayé kọrin kése ọba tá a dágbére fún lọ́sẹ̀ kọjá wípé à ń lọ kábọ̀ tó tún jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún èmi àti yín láti tún débi léni láyé láyé àti láyé lórí ẹlẹ́bùnmi kẹ́ ọba àná ọba ẹ̀mí ọba títa ayérayé adúpẹ́ nítorí wípé kì í ṣe mímọ̀ ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í nípa agbára la fi wà ń bílẹ̀ ní. We thank you Lord God Almighty for preserving our lives, my life and all these amazing people that are joining me on this show today. Thank you Lord for preserving our lives. Also, I want to appreciate everyone that is joining me, that are saying hello to us, that are already on the show. The show is about a start, ladies and gentlemen. Today's show is a special one. I'm going to be with this one. You know, I'm going to I shibere to why you must see Meettheroyals, Alaga, Alaga, Joko, MC. We don't say to be our godly swagger. This is what we are here to do today. We are here to talk about something so important and special to us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on 3 platforms. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Instagram, and we are also live on TikTok. So if you're not yet on TikTok, please make sure you get us, because TikTok is where most of the conversation is going to be happening today. So if you're on TikTok, or if you're not there yet, please let me know. If you're there, please give me a shout. We are going to be on TikTok today, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the conversation will be holding on TikTok, but still, we are going to be live on Instagram and also on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, you can stay there, but it will be nice if you have a TikTok account. Please switch to TikTok, because TikTok is where most of the conversation will be holding today. If you have a TikTok account, please switch to TikTok. Thank you to those that are already joining us. Please do me a favor, as we always say every week, remind people that the show had started. A lot of people tend to forget, and most of them will come back and say, what do me go? By the time I got there, you already finished and stuff, and stuff like that. So please, let's inform people that the show has started. I really appreciate that. I'm just trying to figure things out here, so please bear with me. Especially on what's it called? On TikTok. I'm relatively new on TikTok, so I'm trying to figure things out. So if you're seeing me fiddling with things on TikTok, just bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, before we bring up today's topic, let me quickly go to our music. So let's go to the music part. That's my favorite part of the show. So I'm just going to pop up our music for today, and we're all going to enjoy this together. Thank you so much, Becky Waremo. Thank you, Apostle Yomi. Wow, thank you so much for having you on the show. Thank you, Bukilicious, for joining us. Thank you, everyone that has joined us. Please try and share the live show, guys. Share the live show. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out this. The way this thing is looking here is somehow. So I'm trying to figure it out. So bear with me. Pardon. All these new things. Wow. I'm not even sure. Please bear with me. I might be new. I'm just trying to figure things out, especially on TikTok. Okay, let's go to today's music. Let's go on this one. This one. I shall not be new. We're ready to go. If you want to be on the show on TikTok, please send me a request. Alright, my people, we're ready to go. Hey, Hey,
ọmọge dákúnbọ́ tèmi jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ́kọ̀ mi tí o. I love you die, I need you die, baby mi jọ, please come be my wife. Mommy, let's come on, marry me, oh baby. Papa, let's come on, Mama, give up, baby, Mommy, let's come on, marry me, oh baby. Papa, let's come on, I love you. Mama, give up, baby. I say I need you, girl. You say you need some time.
Oh shit! Let's go!
But time we know
It's a joyful noise on my ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's go! Keep sharing the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Say make you follow me. Let me say you know love me, oh the door.
Hey!
Ọmọge dákun ṣe tèmi.
Jọ̀wọ́ má jẹ́ kí n lọ́kọ̀ mi sí o. Hey, oh shit! Power!
I love you. I need you, baby, me go.
Oh yeah, we are live on TikTok, guys. We are live on Instagram. Mommy, me right here, marry me, oh baby. Papa, me right here,
I love you.
Mama, get my baby. Mommy, me right here, go TikTok, guys. Tell people the show has started. Alright guys, let's put on hold. Thank you ladies and gentlemen for joining me one more time on this show. Today's episode of our favorite show, ETO IGBEYAWO. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with the Meettheroyals. It's going to be an awesome one. If you hear the music is so beautiful. I love that music so much. And then you'll be wondering why did I play that music. I played that music because it's got something to say about today's event. See, that young guy was just telling us what should be done. When you see a woman that you want to marry and you're telling the child, let me take you home. You're not just pouncing on them. You're not just talking to them. And then we know what that's going to lead to anyway. That's going to definitely lead to marriage and stuff like that. But today, we're talking about a very important topic. It's talking about the Nigerian traditional marriage, especially the traditional marriage, which is more important, traditional marriage or white wedding, traditional wedding or white wedding, which is more important? As a Nigerian, as somebody who was born, bred, and brought up in Nigeria, what would you reckon? Would you reckon that the Nigerian traditional marriage is more important? Would you reckon that it's the what's it called now, the white wedding? Which one would you reckon? Anyway, that's what today's topic is all about. And I do have a guest on this show. But before I bring up my guests, I'm trying to figure out this. I don't know what's going on. It's showing I don't like the way it's showing my face. It's looking funny. Anyways, let's just leave it that way so I don't cause much distraction. So before I bring in my guests, guys, I'm going to, as I always do, whenever I have guests on this show, that's what we used to do back in the days. I used to bring my guests in with nice music. So this is my guest, like Akot so much. So I'm going to be bringing her in a special way. Yeah. Please, if you can hear me, ma'am, my guest is online. If you can hear me, just send me a request. Send me a request to be in the show. And I'll be bringing you on board. People, this TikTok thing, as beautiful as it is, it can get complicated as well. Last week, I struggled to show my guests. Hey, I don't know what happened. We could only hear her, we couldn't see her. I hope this one doesn't happen today because it will pain me so much. 1 second, please. Give me a second. I can see your request, ma'am. So, I'm just accepting my guests. Bringing my guest in. Hey, take over show you that That would be so painful. I've sent a request. If she doesn't show her face, that would be so painful. Why is my camera not on? Kilo Shelley, who must go on? I don't know why he's saying my camera is not on. I don't understand. Please bear with me, everybody. People that know about live on TikTok, how do you bring your camera back on? Okay, she said you can. Bukinicious, can you turn on your camera? I think it's from your end. Can you turn on your camera, man? I'm not sure if this is from me. Is that from you? Can you hear me? I can't even hear herself. She's on mute. She's on mute. And we have to have our guest on for us to talk today. Please don't disgrace me. You cannot be disgraced. We are all new here. Everybody is trying to figure it out. So don't be embarrassed. But is your camera on? We have to beg the teenagers to help us. Do we have any teenager in the house that can help us? Because last week my guest face did not show and I didn't like that. So, okay. Your camera is on, but I still can't see you. I still can't see you. I don't know what's going on. Are you sure? I can't see you.
I can see you and I can see myself.
Oh, what's going on? Please bear with us, people. I don't understand. I don't understand. I need to see your face. Any solo from your job. I don't understand why you. Yeah, I can see you now. I can see you now. Yay! Why are you in t-shirt? I was expecting to wear gele now. Why would you be in t-shirt for a program like this? Why? The alaga that I was expecting to be even be with microphone safe. This my alaga has decided. This is because she has a pension baby. Okay. All right, let's welcome our beautiful guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Try this 10-minute ChatGPT routine every morning.
Thank you, sis. Thank you for joining us on the show. I was going to actually welcome with a music, but everything is just gone funny, so please bear with me. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are live again on ETO IGBEYAWO. Let's talk traditional weddings and more with the Meettheroyals. Today's topic is talking about which is more important. Is it the traditional wedding or the white wedding? What's it white wedding? What's white wedding? What is traditional wedding? And also we want to talk today about the issue of people referring to our traditional wedding as engagement. Is it really engagement? Please feel free to send in a request to join in this conversation. It's so important to me that people please join this conversation so that we can discuss this together and we can, kind of learn from each other. If you can please send me a request, that would be appreciated, because today is not just about me and my guest. It's about all of us. It's about us getting the right information across and to remove the wrong concept that is out there. That's what today is all about. It is well to do. So please, if you can hear me, if you can see me, feel free to send in a request to join the show. Yeah. Okay. I can see there's quite a number of people on Instagram as well. Please feel free to come on TikTok. And then people on YouTube, somebody's leaving a message on YouTube. It's going to be a big challenge for me to be answering questions from all the platforms, but still, the best thing to do is if you have a TikTok account, please feel free to join us. And if you can hear me loud and clear wherever you are, let me know. If you can't hear me, please let me know. Mama Edele Ghost, thank you so much, man, for joining us. Thank you. Yawo Baba. Thank you, Joyful Noise. Thank you, Mommy Joanna Luko, for joining us. Thank you, everybody. I can't really see everybody that's on TikTok, but thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So let's begin. Let me first of all let my guest introduce herself. Welcome on board, ma'am. Please tell us who you are. Let us meet you. We'd love to meet you. People keep tapping, oh, tap, 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 tap. Don't let the Instagram thing, the TikTok thing disappear. Keep tapping. Thank you. Yes, we can hear you, ma'am. We can hear you, ma'am.
My name is Oluwabukola Yi. I'm also known as Bukelicious Alaga. I am a mom, I am a wife, I am a nurse. And I am a family member to ETO IGBEYAWO. We're not related, but because she's not author of so many books, I like to be related with intellectuals. So, like the adage says, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. So she is my family, so you can know we are families of Omowe. And this is me.
Thank you so much, ma'am. She did mention everything that she is, except to mention that she's an Alaga. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. I am also an Alaga.
She's
MC of all occasions.
Exactly. She's a renowned Alaga.
I anchor weddings and I anchor birthdays, graduations, MC generally for any events. And the traditional wedding Alaga. What's Comprero?
Compre. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome my guest. This is Bukelicious Online. Like she has said, she wears so many hats, and then most importantly, she's an Alaga. As she says she's not a compare, she's an Alaga. Well, a traditional wedding compare is actually that person that hosts traditional marriage. She's an MC of all occasions. She's been years of experience. She started doing this job not now that I don't even know how to say it. I'm being careful what I say.
I started precisely in 1994.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much, ma'am, for coming on the show. This is Bukelicious, she's an Alaga, and she's been doing this since 1994. And to the glory of God, she's still very much into the business of being an Alaga. And that's why she's the right candidate for this show. If you're on this show and you can hear me, please let me know that you can hear me, whether you're on Instagram, on YouTube, or on TikTok. Especially if you're on TikTok, please let us know that you can hear us. It's so important because all these things that we're talking about today, there's no point us saying it if you're not hearing me or if you're not getting the message. So we're starting by talking about the main topic of today, which is talking about traditional wedding and a white wedding. First of all, we want to talk about both because for somebody who is not from Nigeria, they will be wondering which one is traditional wedding, which one is white wedding. Wedding is wedding, A lot of people probably will be wondering why we are trying to, start separating or start telling which one is which. But we that we're from Nigeria, we know that there are two different kind of weddings, especially to us Nigerians. So please, ma'am, can you tell us, when we talk about traditional wedding or traditional marriage, what are we talking about? We're talking about white wedding, what are we talking about?
Let me start with white wedding first and foremost. And I googled it because sometimes when you tell people what white wedding is, they are like, oh, because it's an idea that has been sold to us over decades that we have adapted and we've forgotten about our own tradition, which is the traditional wedding. So I read. You can also Google it wherever you are, which is white wedding. It says it is a white wedding is a traditional, formal or semi-formal wedding originated in Britain. So it is the Oyibo people's thing. It's a white people's thing that is originated in Great Britain, where the bride typically wears white and the bridesmaid wear white. It is popularized, a tradition that is popularized by Queen Victoria in 1840. Wedding to Prince Albert. And it is beyond the wedding dresses. White, the cake is white, bridesmaid, groomsmen, they all wear white, with white flowers and white wedding cake and a formal reception. That is white wedding.
Okay. Let me stop you there, ma'am. Yeah, let me just interrupt you for a second, ma. So what we are talking about now, because I did heard you mention the word traditional in the definition of white wedding. So what we're trying to say in essence is that this white wedding of a thing is not really about the color of the outfit. It's their own traditional.
It's the Oyibo people's tradition.
So it's their own traditional way of getting married.
It is their own traditional way of getting married, and it started in 1840.
I love that.
It's just like, let me give you an example of that. It's just like when we say, we call our own traditional wedding, which is always misinterpreted as engagement. It's never engagement, we're coming there. Our own traditional wedding, wearing a show, okay, doing the gong and all of that. Now, if the Igbo people now adopt it and say they are doing African traditional wedding. So whenever we wear white, we are copying other people's tradition. It is not African tradition at all.
Okay, ma'am. I'm just wondering if we can. I know you did mention a few things that holds or that takes place during the white people's traditional wedding, which they call the white wedding. You talked about the fact that the first time it was started by Queen Victoria, if I'm right, in the 18 whatever. You let us understand that they just adopted the system of wearing white and the bridesmaid wearing white and them carrying bouquet and stuff like that.
White bouquet. White cake.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, please, people, if you can hear me, can I hear a thumbs up? I'm just a bit curious. Can we all hear what she has just said? Are we on? Are we together? I love to know that people are together. Please, people, keep tapping. Please tell people that the show has started. If you're on Instagram, please let me hear a thumbs up. I love to know that people are following us. Because this topic that we're talking about today, this is not the first time we'll be talking about it. I brought it back again by popular demand, and also because of the fact that we still see a lot of people, a lot of misconceptions, a lot of people still mixing things up, a lot of people still trivializing our own thing. So please, I really want to know that people are joining. And if you are here today, you're about to get married, or you are a potential mother of the bride or father of the bride or the groom, it will be a nice opportunity for you to understand certain things that you do not understand about getting married in Nigeria. Getting married in Nigeria and then knowing what to do and what not to do. Because a lot of times, people are leaving messages. How come I'm not saying it? Sorry. Because a lot of times, we tend to pay more attention to some part of the wedding that we do in Nigeria. And then we tend to, pay less attention to the other. So please, people, I would love to hear from you. I would love your contribution. If you want to contribute to this, whether on Instagram or on YouTube, or on TikTok, please feel free to do so. Leave a comment. I'll read your comment, or you send me a what is it called now? A request to join the show, and I will add you on. I really want this conversation to get to where it's supposed to get to, and also it will be an opportunity for us to put things right. A lot of things that have been done wrong for years and years. It will be right to put on. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Bookilicious, our beautiful guest for tonight, with over 30 years of experience as an alaga. So she's the right candidate for this particular show. Ma'am, I want to find out from you, as you have said to us, that the white wedding is Oyibo people's traditional marriage. So what is our own traditional marriage? What's our own traditional wedding? What does it entail? How can we describe it?
Our own traditional marriage, I would say, is marriage between two families whereby we are being given a list of things as a traditional rights that the groom's family would bring to the bride's family to request for their daughter's hand in marriage.
Okay.
As such includes different things from different family backgrounds. Things like cola nuts, shingles, bitter cola, and etc. And this, it is not our culture to wear whites. Whites flow interest. In our culture as Africans, and it also depends of which part of Africa we are from. But let me just talk about Nigeria. Our culture is to wear ashoke.
Okay, I want us to focus more on the Yoruba parts. We can touch on other tribes in order to streamline this conversation and make it easy for people to understand. We can kind of deviate.
So the Yoruba traditional wedding, it has started a very long time ago, before the colonial master came to us.
Okay.
And such marriages are conducted by families and the community that the bride and the parents of the bride lives in.
Okay.
Our traditional outfit is not dress. It is not it's neither white nor trouser. It is iro and buba.
Only
Back in the days, if you're getting married, it is ashoke. Whether you are rich or not, it is ashoke, because you would have been saving up that and ashoke symbolizes royalty. It symbolizes something that you would use as a special occasion.
Okay, thank you so much,
But
ma'am.
having said that,
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Thank you, ma'am. We actually do know that majority of the time people tend to wear ashoke back in the days for traditional wedding, but there might be other traditional outfits that people can wear, which is not our center of focus today. So I'm not going to deviate into that. We all know that we have other traditional outfit that people can wear, but ashoke was the most popular one, as you know, as she has rightly said. Now, my major reason for today's topic, for bringing it up, is to find out the word engagement. The word engagement. When people refer to our traditional marriage and they call it engagement, number one, I want to have a yes or no response from you. Is our traditional marriage engagement?
It's a
No. Okay. And now, why do people, or how did we get to the point where we suddenly started referring to our traditional wedding as engagement? How did we arrive here? Because you just said to us that it is not engagement, that it is supposed to be traditional marriage, if I'm right, or traditional wedding. So how did we arrive to this place? How did we get to the point where people now keep referring to our traditional marriage as
To be honest, this language called engagements has been borrowed by whosoever, I don't know. Engagements, it's Oyibo thing, like I said, it's why people say they give a ring to let the person, the fiancé or the bride knows that this is my intention.
Okay.
Literally in Yoruba land, we don't use a ring. So when you're engaging me, you have come to know my family. Is introduction at the mommy. But that word, not that thing. I'm calling our traditional wedding engagements. It's wrong.
Okay.
Tradition of the Lord, you are married. You are binded. You've received prayers from your parents, from the community, from the others in your house. So you are married.
Decor event planner. Sorry, ma. King's Decor event planner. I can see that you're sending Instagram. I don't know if you do have a TikTok account. We are accepting requests on TikTok. If you go on Meettheroyals, ETO IGBEYAWO, that's where we are, because so that the conversation doesn't break into two. If you have anything to say, however, on Instagram, you can please leave a message and I will read it out. Unfortunately, I cannot accept requests on Instagram. Please bear with me on that. Please, if you're on TikTok and you want to be part of this conversation, please send a request. Send a request and join the conversation. I want to know what your opinions are. What do you think? Is our traditional marriage the same thing as engagement? Why are people referring to it as engagement? Is the word engagement, does it really mean that you're married? And that's what my guest has just said. She's got years of experience in this industry. I don't know how or where this word engagement started, according to her. I'm quoting her now. I don't know who started the word using the word engagement to describe our traditional marriage, and it has almost become like people have come to adopted it, and they keep referring just the way I don't even know. I don't know why our own thing is never appreciated. So just the way she said it, people now referring to our traditional marriage as engagement. And you know that in the whole of Nigeria, do we have any other tribe apart from Yoruba that would refer to our traditional wedding as engagement? Do we have any tribe in the whole of Nigeria that refer to their traditional wedding as engagement? Do we have?
I doubt it.
Uh-huh. So it's not something that people do, because since I was a child, I've always heard the Igbo people, when they are going to and they always travel home. They travel home wherever they are. Back in the days, an Igbo person will travel home to go and do their traditional marriage. You'll be hearing them. And they go home. Yeah. And they go home. Yeah. So they always travel. So it is not engagement, people. Let's first of all establish this. Whoever is referring or started referring to our traditional marriage as engagement, whoever started this, I don't know how, I don't know why. The person has done something really wrong. Unfortunately, people have adopted that wrong thing, and we need to work on it. We need to fix it. We need to bring things back to where it should be. Cousin from Cassie Alaga on Instagram, ma'am, the for you here, but also I'm reading people's questions. Please, if you have questions, please put it on. If you want to be part of this conversation, please send me a request and I will accept. But not for traditional marriage. Not for traditional marriage, ma'am. You know, exchange of ring, they do it for. I think we copied that from of our forefathers at the beginning. We're not talking about 50, 40 years ago. We are talking about back in the days, before the colonial era. Cassie Alaga, I'm not sure if I answered your question, ma'am. If I did not answer your question, please say it and I will ask my guests to shed more light on it. But as far as I'm concerned, back in the days, it's one of the things that we have adopted now. Our traditional wedding now, we now exchange rings, not all the time, but people do exchange rings, which is okay. They call it engagement ring. But engagement ring is apparently what you give to the bride to be the day you disclose your intention to marry her, and it's not even our thing. Back in the days,
it's not our thing at all.
It's not our thing.
And there is somebody on the line now. Please,
yes,
ma, what is traditional wedding and what is engagement?
Okay.
Traditional wedding, I would answer you, Mr. Folibi or Mrs. Folibi, Mr. Lini. Traditional wedding. Traditional wedding is a Yoruba thing. It's an African thing, whereby the groom makes his intention known to the bride's family, and they give you a list of the rights, the traditional rights, the things they take in that family. It could be just a gallon of water. That is what they take in that family. And it is the responsibility of the groom's family to bring exactly what the family of the bride have requested for. It could be a bowl of garineko. If that is their family rights, you have every right to bring it. And that is our traditional marriage. Traditional wedding. Whereby both parents of the groom and the bride, prays for both of them, the intended couple. But when you say engagement, it is not our thing. Engagement is not an African thing at all. It is the white people's thing, making their intention known to the bride to be. And giving them a token, it could be mostly they give them ring.
Ring.
I've seen some people give chain, anything. But ring is the most common thing, but engagement is not an African thing at all.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Let me shed more light. Let me shed.
Can you please mute yourself, sir?
No, I think he's trying to say something to us. Was that message for us, sir? I think he's trying to say something to us, sir. Okay, I think that's muted. Let me shed more light on the use of the word engagement. In Africa, in Nigeria, let me say the Yoruba part, which I'm really much more familiar with. When you want to engage somebody, engaging somebody means giving your intention that this is the person I want to marry in the future. And the way they did it back in the days in the Yoruba part is totally different from nowadays, that somebody will just go and meet you at a mall or a public place or wherever and be like, say yes, and they will be saying, Lagbaja Kamedu, would you spend the rest of your life with me? And they will use one leg to kneel. It's something that we adopted. It's not our style. In fact, nowadays we see young people engaging themselves without the consent of the parents, without letting the parents know. You will suddenly see your daughter come home and be like, Mommy, look, I'm engaged. You'll be like, when? Since when? In the days of our fathers, according to our own tradition, you cannot do that. You dare not do that. In fact, when you are interested in a young woman, you have to make your intention known to your parents. Your parents will have to trace and do stuff, find out about that person through the person called Alarino. And they will be the one to go and inform the person's parents that they are interested in you. So it is deep in Africa. It is deeper than just kneeling down with one leg. But having said that, engagement is something that personally, generally speaking, it is me. Engagement means I have engaged to marry you. Engaged to marry you. That's what it means. It does not mean marriage. Meanwhile, the ceremony that we do in Nigeria, that people now call engagement, is marriage ceremony. It's a wedding. And that's exactly why we're trying to correct that impression. It's a wedding. If you decide to go further, it's up to you. If you don't decide to go further, it's up to you. But I wouldn't talk too much because I've got my guest here and she's fully loaded. That's just responding to Uncle Folibi's question, just buttressing what my guest has said. Ma'am, let's go further. Please, so Baba is laughing. And when I said saying yes. If you want to be part of this conversation, please send a request. I want to hear on this issue of if this is what we're going to spend the rest of this evening talking about, clarifying the difference between Yoruba traditional wedding and engagement. I wouldn't mind, because this thing needs to be sorted once and for all. People need to stop. People need to get it right. People need to understand that this thing is far more than just engagement. This is our one traditional marriage, and I hope that we're able to cover it. So while we're doing that, I'm going to send my next question to my guest. And I don't know, sir, if you have anything to say, please feel free to say it now, sir. I don't know if we were able to answer your question, sir. Okay, let's mute around. I just want to be sure that we answer this question. We are happy to go back on it. Oh yeah, people tap on this on TikTok. Oh, people are coming in and out of the conversation. People are coming in and out. So please keep tapping. Remind people that the show is still on and be part of this conversation. Yeah, Folibi, thank you. Folibi said yes, we did. Now, Monique Eshe Gosa, thank you for that. Now let me go to the question I have here. If the traditional wedding comes first and the bride is handed over, why do some families still insist on white wedding before considering a couple legally married? If the traditional marriage is done before, a day before, whatever, or maybe earlier, why is it that some families still believe that until they do the white wedding, the couples are not married?
I'm not calling you one. That is why we are here on the program to educate families.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is because they don't know. And unfortunately, most of we parents of these days, because our parents is we that we are new mothers now, and when we were the younger ones just after us, a lot of them don't know. And it still boils down on what I said, that it is a borrowed idea.
Okay.
They have sold it to them in churches, they have sold it to them in mosques, that unless you wear white, and wearing white does not determine that you are married legally. Even the so-called white wedding that we discussed earlier, it is not a legal marriage.
Okay.
It becomes legal when you go to the registry. But wearing a white garment, baking a white cake, having a white bouquet does not mean you have done your white wedding. Or wearing white dress to church does not mean you're legally married.
Okay.
So whether you wear white dress or you wear ashoke, it is still tradition. You just borrowed Oyibo people's tradition and you inculcated it into your own Yoruba instead of you wearing your ashoke. So all the parents that still assumes that you have not done white wedding, you are not married. It is a wrong thing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Narrative which we have to correct.
Thank you so much, ma'am. On Instagram, Jelenke Duchess is saying it is because people are not properly informed. I don't even know why we are so quick to latch onto something that is brought to us by outsiders rather than our own. Now, buttressing the point of my guest,